Okey, jadi selamat datang semua kepada yang melihat. Silakanlah like and share this sesi penggambaran pula. Sesi live bersama Kak Noh dan juga Kak Aida, dan juga rancangan ini ditaja oleh naturesville.sg yang mana syarikat anak Melayu pertama. Tak pertama Apa dia punya tagline? Tak. Okey, jadi Kak Noh hari ni suka main freeze
Kau tadi.
Apa nak buat?
Okey, jadi kepada yang melihat sekarang, kita mohonlah terima kasih. Hari ini adalah kita punya episod yang pertama. Julung-julung kalinya kita membawa live session bersama Naturesville Kak Aida, ada apa-apa nak cakap Kak Aida sebelum kita memulakan debat antara lelaki dan wanita?
Tak adalah, just to say that this is our first episode. So kalau if anything in between, apa-apa terjadi ni, harap maaf aje lah Seperti Noriza yang tengah main freeze sekarang ni.
Betul. Hari ni Kak Noh ni dia jadi break dancer. Dah Noh dah jadi dah.
Tapi dengar tak? Dengar tak?
Dengar.
Okeylah, dengar suara okeylah. Okey.
Ya, boleh. Okey. So, adakah sebelum kita mula Kak Noh ada nak cakap apa-apa? Cantik muka Kak Noh macam gitu.
Okey, ni julung-julung ini anda semua.
Hai. Okey, jadi seperti yang kita dah letak dekat title. So kita akan perbincangkan pasal plastik surgery lah Jadi yang mana pasal untuk sebagai seorang lelaki, kita ni lelaki ni kira kita tak kisah sangat kan bab cantik-cantik, tapi ada juga lelaki buat plastik surgery tapi dia adakah dia keperluan ataupun dia pilihan untuk
For me actually for people who do plastic surgery it's not basically because they nak nampak cantik. Okay, that's maybe the main point But some of them because of health reason, ataupun maybe in the involved in accident ke, ataupun they are born in that way ke. So that mean plastic surgery can also be keperluan for them yang due to health reason, things like that lah. But for kecantikan, I mean in the long term, what do you think? I mean for now, okay, you did whatever you need to do. But when you grow older,
kan
takkan muka tu freeze like that. Macam Nuriza sekarang tengah freeze saja like that, right? So,
nasib. Sabar, tak apa.
Sampai terbatuk Ya, biasalah. Ini semua cobaan hidup Dugaan hidup. Tapi so kakak cakap it's kind of so
tapi suara masih dengar kan?
Suara masih. Suara masih merdu
Okey, boleh saya cakap sikit?
Silakan.
Okey, pada saya lah pada saya ini biasanya berlaku yakin diri. Okey, mereka nak nampak cantik. Mereka tak ada
keyakinan diri.
Tak ada keyakinan diri. Artinya mereka ni macam
Low self-esteem ni kira.
Mereka ataupun mereka.
Kak Noh, saya ingin menyarankan pasal Kak Noh punya reception quite bad lah. Mungkin Kak Noh boleh try to log out dan masuk balik. Boleh tak? Kita cuba.
Okey, boleh. Okey.
Bukan nak menghalau lah, maaf lah kita.
Alah, dah halau je lah. Sekarang kita berdua.
Astagfirullahalazim.
Kan ada kucing dah keluar, ajaklah baru makan padi.
Tapi kita ada pemerhati dari jauh. Kakak mesti faham ada orang tu dari jauh dia memerhati je. Walaupun dia tak bersuara, tak nampak muka dia kan. Tapi dia dari jauh dia tengok ni
Itu
jangan
lah worry
macam-macam
you sikit
Dia ada macam
Okay
ada
lah, I think
presence.
like what Nuriza was saying, maybe for those yang did plastic surgery is because they very low self-esteem ataupun diorang tak ada confident in themselves. You know, for example, if they look at the mirror and say, oh, maybe my nose doesn't look good, and maybe if I did something to my nose, it would look better. And maybe because you know, sometimes you are already born beautiful, just that you don't realize. You know, especially a woman, every time you look at the mirror, you always find your flaws. Oh, ni tak cantik lah, you know.
Oh ya
Walaupun people
gitu.
look at you're beautiful, but for others it's like no lah, you sendiri lah tengok macam they themselves find it that I'm not good looking lah.
Tapi itulah macam is it only for women? I think guys pun ya jugalah. Cuma guys maybe kita
No, last time different tau. Last time like let's say last time lelaki dorang tak begitu ketara lah, so called lah, tak ketara
Yep.
But now you can see like, you know, especially the K-pop. Sorry to say lah, but it's a pretty boy kind of thing lah. So you do not know whether dorang buat ke tak buat.
Betul.
And then if I ask my daughter, mati-mati dia like, oh no, they're not, they're just like that. Please lah, kalau hidung you know, and then the face is better looking than woman, what do you think?
Betul kan. Itu yang pasal especially untuk macam K-pop kan. Sebab K-pop yelah macam iya ke ni muka dia orang, dan maybe pasal I grew up in an environment where yelah kita tak nampak lelaki yang cantik yang kita nampak semua lelaki raga-raga, dan jadi tu yang macam tapi ada jugalah, I think ada jugalah kenalan lelaki yang dia orang sendiri go for plastic surgery. Adalah ni actually dia is quite a popular celebrity in Singapore. Tapi again lah macam bila tengok tu macam dalam hati, so do you feel satisfied ataupun okay, I give an example I just share this gambar. Kak Noh dah balik. Apa khabar Kak Noh?
Liza.
Pergi mana tadi? Pergi kedai Okay, I show you this photo Okay, tengok gambar ni. Kenal tak?
Yes, of course.
Kan? So
Here.
she was when she was like I think maybe 60s, 70s, 80s, she was beautiful. Then sekarang ni dah macam nenek kebayan.
Yeah, sometimes it's cause I mean the surgery went wrong lah. That's the thing
Kan? So this kind of things yang bila tengok, I have that question macam
the surgery went wrong.
So maybe as a start perlu, tapi lepas tu bila dah meningkat usia kan, do we
it's not a natural kind of thing lah. When you grow older, of course you know, things also go south, you know. You kind of age, but you want to age naturally, you want to age gracefully lah. That's the thing lah. Especially you see celebrity in overseas celebrity, you can see the way they really done up, you know, just because not like some of them because they marry they kahwin dengan someone younger. So they must maintain to that standard, right? So they did a lot of changes, but it's not that it turned out better. Lagi menyeramkan pun ada lah.
Tapi kakak, any of you both ada macam personal experience with people who went through plastic surgery? Like friends who open up?
But usually for me lah, usually when you ask people, hey, you know, your skin look good, I would do. You know, I tak buat apa-apa, just that naturally I'm like that. You know, I like being natural. I don't like things like so. Usually, you know, bangun solat kind of thing lah. But you know, it's like you know, I know.
Oh, begitu rupanya Pasal obvious. I think it's obvious lah kalau orang buat kan. Macam Kak Noh ada kawan-kawan? Kak Noh dia masih main break dance Kak Noh tak ada. Dah hilang dah.
Dia bergila lelaki.
Itu halo Kak Noh.
Dengar.
Dengar Kak Noh.
Okay, Kak Noh tak tahulah, tak ada kawan lah yang ada masalah macam gini plastic surgery, tapi saya baca daripada social media banyaklah artis-artis yang buat plastic surgery macam gini yang saya rasakan untuk mereka mungkin kepuasan, tapi untuk kita macam satu pembaziran dan kita nak kita tua gracefully, gembira dengan wajah kita yang asli. Tua memang tua, semua orang akan tua, tapi bukan palsu, tulen. Tua yang tulen lah.
Wanita tulen lah.
Ya, saya wanita Melayu tu akhir lah kalau boleh.
Okay.
Pasal punya pengalaman personally, tak pernah ada orang open up lah, of course lah. Tapi pernah macam a few times jumpa, this is artis Malaysia lah. Kita bilang, tak nak bilang nama, tapi this group of people lah from Malaysia. Boleh nampak obvious lah, diorang what do you call it, yang cocok apa tu? Botox. So I think Botox is quite common kan. I mean, aside potong and tukar gerebuk semua, this one is quite common lah kan. Botox. Betul tak?
Botox common lah, I think.
But is it boleh ke Kak dalam Islam? I mean, so just
correct, because from what I asked, I did some reading up, things like that. It's things that you did to change the creation of what Allah have given you. Isn't that not supposed to be?
Not supposed to be.
You're not allowed to, Allah give you that kind of look. Then why you want to change to look different from what you are? And then also I read that actually, I tanya-tanya lah. Actually, if for wanita, if they did it mainly for the husband, only solely for the husband, with reason, certain reason, maybe the husband say, oh, you don't look pretty to me anymore, it might be permissible lah, but also the barang yang digunakan tu must be halal. It must be it cannot be najis lah, whatever that's being cocok inside your face,
Maksudnya kalau cocok inside the face halal pun boleh.
From what I read lah, so I'm not sure, but maybe we can get our next episode, we can get Ustaz ke Ustazah to more explain further. This is just for my reading lah. It might be not, it might be, I'm not sure lah. And also they were saying that it must, whatever you done must not totally tukar from what Allah have given you.
Ya, bentuk. Okay, cakap pasal tu, okay. Maybe I will try to. Kak Nur hari ni dia macam ni lah, macam magician.
Dia macam biskut, dia hilang.
Biskut cheese more.
Sekejap ada, sekejap tak ada. Advertisement.
Kak Nur.
Oh, dengar.
Oops.
Alamak, dah hilang. Sekarang dah hilang. Sekejap ada, sekejap tak ada. Macam biskut cheese more. Hebat lah. Okay, I share with you guys, kakak semua, this video. Okay, because this, bila tengok ni video kan, padahal macam, wow, dia, saya cakap, I was amazed. Pasal initially ingat diorang ni semua plastic surgery. Sekarang rupanya actually makeup lah. So dia boleh actually deceive kalau seorang lelaki kan.
Wow.
Kalau dapat tahu kan, dia macam deceivingnya, ya Allah. Okay, I share the video So wow.
That's totally two different person
Kan? Macam ni kata ni you see this, oi. See? Weird
different personality. Wah, dia boleh koyak-koyak lah.
Kan?
Scary kan?
Aduh.
Dia ni lagi 2 minit. Okay, kita tengok sampai habis lah.
Okay.
Kan? Macam
dia gunting hidung.
Ni Wow. Tu nampak tu. Apa tu?
No, because I want to make the face
Apa tu?
It's a tape, right? It's a tape kind of thing where to make your Your apa? Dagu lebih runcing.
Aida.
Yep.
Boleh kita robek-robek kulit kita tengok muka kita sama tak lepas ni?
Totally different person dah masuk. Jadi muka orang lain.
Tak, you ingat I kalau kita robek-robek muka kita sama.
Seram kan? Tak baik.
Bodoh.
Ada.
I wonder how long they take to do all this Mesti
Kan.
makan berapa jam?
I think kalau nak keluar rumah pukul 8, pukul 5 pagi, 4 pagi dah akan siap ni.
Subuh dah siap.
Okay, kita cukup lah.
But this is pretty.
Seram.
Okay, pretty tapi tengok lepas tu dia buka apa jadi. Ni masih okey lah. Ni masih tak obvious lah.
Sekali buka je muka lelaki
Yang Thailand pun banyak. Ada actually kalau kita check dekat online, kat YouTube, banyak macam gitu. Muka lelaki yang cakap ada yang ya Allah. Ni kira masih okey lah. Apa pun.
Sekali dia koyak-koyak muka Rifa'ah pula keluar.
Aku lah pun nak tanya.
Saya rasa kalau dia make up ke saya pun jadi cantik.
Ayu manis jelita.
Ya, betul.
Taklah muka Rifa'ah kalau dia make up kan Ayu manis jelita.
Lagi dengan rambut sekarang kan.
Oh ya?
Okay, ni kita tengok ni. Ya Allah. Okay, dah
I think mostly what they want is double eyelid. They want muka yang lagi slim. They want more dagu yang lebih kecil, you know.
Ya, dia orang nak macam filter lah gitu, macam cantik sendirilah.
Correct. But just imagine if you marry someone, you marry a girl and you never seen her without makeup then the next day after you marry her, wow.
Kan?
Lari kan?
Okay, ni jujur biar cakap kan sebelum ni ambil video orang kahwin kan.
Okay.
Pasal ada pengantin macam diorang dah ambil package dah gitu, setahun kita tak jumpa kan. Saya bila waktu majlis tu dia punya perempuan macam gini pun cantik ke? Oh mungkin lah Okay, bila dah gitu dah ambil gini lepas tu nak hantar produk, oh makeup rupanya. Tapi itulah macam, tapi suatu tu yang kadang-kadang I fikir balik macam faham lah macam tadi kakak tu cakap. Mungkin orang buat macam ni bukan plastic surgery, ni makeup. Mau untuk self confidence, untuk boostkan kecantikan, tapi jangan sampai menipu lah. Untuk dia macam dah menipu lah kan.
That's why they were saying kan ada this joke about handphone, right? For the lelaki they can face recognition, is it? So with lelaki you can take, but perempuan you cannot take because why? Once they remove they don't recognize anymore.
Make sure bila time pakai tu tak pakai. Betul juga kalau dekat kat luar tak pakai makeup macam mana
Okay, some of them, we're touching about makeup. Some of them they use makeup is like same lah, like more for confidence, especially for
moral of the story
Alamak.
Moral of the story gone.
Moral of the story, poof. Tadi kan cakap, saying the makeup and everything.
Oh, okay. That means especially for those ibu-ibu, wife, you definitely want to look good when your husband come home, right? You tak nak pakai, your husband, of course when you work, some are working mom.
Yep.
So bila outside, you really have to kind of dress up lah. Okay, because you go to office, you're a career woman, so you must be good looking. I mean, not good looking, you must be presentable, so called. Then when you come home, then it's like, dengan baju kupu-kupu, you dengan rambut you yang messy. So what will your husband say, right? So it's like, okay, so some of them they use makeup, to look presentable at home. So suami nampak pun, my wife so cute, before and after marriage pun cara buat first day, I mean like you married dah lama pun 24 tahun pun muka masih sweetnya my wife, tak lah, kenapa lah marry budak perempuan ni? Menyesal ke?
Apa kesilapan semua hidup
Correct. And then that's why I was saying, some of them when they like they use makeup to look presentable because of work. Some of them ada macam reason lah. Some of them look mostly for kita orang Islam, mostly we have to be because of our husband. We want to look good for our husband. So,
True,
our
true, true.
husband tak mata pun tengok-tengok lain-lain, right? I mean, there's a lot of pretty things outside.
Itu
Bukan suka
kata orang tu memang sebagai seorang suami tu kita cuba menjaga lah kan.
Yes, correct, right.
Menjaga kemaslahatan
Yeah.
keluarga. Kemaslahatan.
So when you go out, you want to look good when you in the office to look more confident. But some people also dress up, they want to make up also for other reason which we do not know what is the reason.
Yalah, cikgu.
What you think, Noriza? Noriza please lagi.
Maybe yang ada tu lah, kalau betul-betul lah untuk suami. Kita merasa kepuasan kat situ.
Kira memang kata orang tu itu adalah salah satu kata orang kalau nak bawa dari segi hukum memang tu harus lah kan. Kalau ikut betul-betul yang kita nak harus berdandan lupa lah apa dia hadis ke apa tapi digalakkan lah kan untuk even for a husband pun yalah kita sepatutnya kat rumah tu janganlah pakai kain dah gitu berlengging kan. Cuma yalah tapi itu of course dalam rumah kan. Tapi kalau kat luar tu bila kita keluar ya ibarat kita pernah bincang kadang-kadang kita pakai sempurna tu just untuk kerja untuk ini. Tapi sampai yang yalah yang nak merubah muka mungkin macam kakak cakap tadi mungkin diorang dilahirkan tak dikurniakan dengan wajah yang cantik lah mungkin lah jadi diorang nak. Tapi tu kalau kita nak tengok orang-orang dulu kan orang-orang dulu tak ada pun plastik surgery. Tapi orang-orang dulu ada apa perkataan dia macam keayuan zaman-zaman maybe like what yang zaman-zaman mak kita kot 60s, 70s, 50s kan. Orang-orang dulu jaga macam mana? Kakak tahu tak? If let's say we talking about like last time punya beauty care, like nowadays of course beauty care we buy barang-barang cosmetics, like those toner lah apa gerebak which I think zaman dulu mana ada kan. Tapi zaman dulu macam mana? How do actually people kakak pasal you are doing this thing at Nature's Veil and all this stuff. So is there really a regimen lah saya nak cakap untuk orang-orang dulu? Ada tak?
Okay. Maybe orang-orang lama ni mereka gunakan cara lama lah. Yang setahu saya lah diorang gunakan macam buah timun, tomato, lemon, sengkuang sebagai kata orang mask
Sengkuang?
kat muka.
Dia cakap sengkuang pasal dia bisa.
Bahaya lah.
Min has seen is it remedy lah, kira barang-barang yang senang diperolehi where they buat sendiri dia punya own own ramuan, I mean like own face product,
tanya so macam apa yang pernah read up so orang cakap and this is from so called the Mak Saleh ataupun bukan Melayu punya pages halia, serai, kunyit, apple cider, cuka, madu is apparently good for the skin. Betul ke tak?
Yeah, correct. Especially madu lah. Madu is like, they have everything inside. So madu itself is very good. And now like the product apple vinegar cider become very popular nowadays. People really like this kind of thing. And I think now people are going back to taking barang-barang sebeginilah. I mean maybe like jamu-jamu kind of thing also.
Jamu? So jamu is consider apa macam what are the ingredient jamu yang pasal tahu jamu is never sedap lah. Hari ni I think I give A for effort Kak Noh punya. Kak masih break up kak? Masih pecah-pecah kakak cakap. Sekarang better. Tapi tadi kita try sikit. Kakak try nyanyi sikit. Mungkin nyanyi okey sikit kot.
Tak nak lah. Dengar tak?
Okey, sekarang dengar.
Habis boleh cakap tak ni?
Okey, sekarang okey. Okey, sekarang dah tak okey.
Okay lah, I think like barang-barang maybe like lempoyang, they have like beras kencur, temulawak.
Lempoyang tu apa?
I think sibuk kunyit, right? Yeah, it's sibuk kunyit, right?
Lempoyang tu sebab kunyit. Oh.
I think this is ibu kunyit where they mix and then they must get the juice, right? Lepas tu dia taruh honey inside. That's what my mom used to give us lah last time, time kecil-kecil last time. So they always, she always do for me this kind of lempoyang. But the taste is bad lah. So I used to run around the house, tak nak makan nangis-nangis, but makan juga.
That is for?
This is for especially untuk anak-anak yang meningkat. Because I think last time kids usually dapat cacing, right? Dalam perut.
Oh, lama situ. Actually betul juga.
Right, correct. Cacing dalam perut. So this is the way where you actually makan untuk keluarkan cacing-cacing. Also untuk for the skin, for the health lah.
Sekarang dah tak ada macam tu ya?
Ada, Pak Gilang ada.
Tak masalah budak-budak sekarang macam jarang tu dengar ada cacing. Ada ke?
Cacing Pak dia tak dengar.
Dah lama
I
tak dengar.
Makanan pun different compared to last time apa.
So macam kira dia barang-barang dekat dapur lah, herba-herba kat dapur lah. They use Oh, okay. So it is for health at the same time for beauty pun boleh.
Correct.
Macam,
then like I think like beras kencur, then you have this kunyit asam, temulawak, all this kind of thing is actually for health and for beauty, right?
Okay. So pasal macam yelah kita obviously macam all this plastic surgery under the knife, rasa sekarang kot baru kita pernah dengar. Sebab tu macam terfikir juga. So dulu orang dulu lah lawa juga apa? Takkan orang dulu lagi macam like especially Indonesian dosa cakap perkataan ayu kan, ayu. So tu yang tapi tu juga kalau cakap Indonesia pun orang ada susuk.
Oh ya.
Tu dia Kejap Oh, okay. Tuan director dia tengah message Cuba. Okay. So yang macam susuk ni kakak tahu, do you know anything about susuk? Is it consider susuk is black magic lah period lah Kerana susuk is totally black magic memang it's susuk not permissible lah
It's more of a black magic kind of thing kan. Dia I think it's being practice kampung-kampung last time, where they practice untuk to look good, to look beautiful kind of thing. But there's also a certain thing mana diorang tak boleh buat macam that story apa? Ilmu telur
Ilmu telur,
dia pakai susuk, then after that tak boleh kena sate, tak boleh jalan bawah
jemuran. Yes.
Correct.
I mean, but I think if you ask me, entah I've never seen one. Tapi I'm sure aura dia lain kot. Pasal yalah, even kalau cakap pasal plastic surgery kan, pasal
this is last time punya plastic surgery kot.
Tak, sebab tu okay. So macam kakak, macam for me personally, bila I meet someone with a plastic surgery face, aura dia lain. I just feel macam ada dua lah Kak Noh.
Okay.
Okay,
hello Reza.
Okay kakak landscape kan dekat landscape. Kakak horizontal kan video dia. Tapi nak kena okay tak apa gini memang boleh Kak.
Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, boleh. Baik sekali.
Okay,
kita sekarang tengah berbual pasal dari segi kecantikan orang dulu, susuk. Jadi pada macam susuk confirm lah ilmu hitam lah kan. Tapi itu menunjukkan yang orang sanggup buat apa aja untuk kecantikan. Betul tak?
Betul.
Tapi kakak pernah dengar dulu pasal orang susuk, pernah tak? Personal encounter?
Susuk ni memang saya tak ada pengalaman lah. Tengok pada movie, dengar cerita daripada ibu, daripada orang lama. Okey, benda ni memang kalau dah masuk dah pasang, susah nak keluarkan. Dan ataupun dia ada syarat-syarat tertentu lah. Jangan langgar pantang. Kalau langgar pantang nanti dia akan lagi bodoh, So rasanya tak perlulah. Kalau betul-betul tak perlulah untuk kita adakan susuk ni semua kan. Tapi seperti yang saya katakan, seperti yang kakak katakan tadi, mereka ni semua nak kepuasan diri.
Betul. Ya, it's more about kepuasan diri dan nampak cantik lah kan. When you look good, of course you more self-esteem and all these things lah. I think that's pretty much why banyak orang buat plastic surgery. Tapi there's a thing ada macam again lah, macam maybe just being very negative lah. Macam pasal kalau contoh I just give you an example. Kita banyak orang suka beli beauty product. Kita ada dua lah. Kita ada orang-orang yang mana dia orang memang handsome, memang cantik. Dan kita ada those people who like good look, okay lah, average looking, tapi pasal dia nak lagi cantik, they go under the knife ataupun orang pergi beli macam I think in Malaysia is very popular like those whitening punya product, like.
Oh yeah, they want to be fair lah actually.
Kan. Tapi
Yeah.
yang pada macam is a bit kan macam menipu ataupun tak bagus. The one that sell it, because I'm sure like all this product dia punya owner ataupun dia punya the one that sell this product, diorang semua millionaire yang kebanyakan kan. Tapi diorang sendiri go under the knife.
So they already done the beauty themselves, then they promote barang yang that is not.
Ya, jadi erti kata barang-barang diorang cantik bukan pasal produk diorang. Pasal diorang go under the knife.
Yes.
Then from there diorang promote. Tak jujur lah. Secara
tapi people still buy kan.
People trust, people buy.
Kan, yang I mean that's the thing macam, because topik hari ni is about plastic surgery, keperluan ataupun pilihan kan. So obviously kalau nak cakap pilihan, there are other choices lah, but of course tak instant lah. Kalau plastic surgery lagi instant lah. Obviously yang the one that sell also diorang sendiri plastic surgery. But untuk kakak macam so far, have you tried any, both of you lah, have you tried any product yang from the seberang tak? Pernah tak?
Terus terang tak pernah lah, tak beli pun. Bukan kata tak menyokong tapi memang tak pakai produk dari seberang.
Nuriza pakai air wudu.
Bukanlah. Iyalah. Bukan, bukan. Ada juga cocok kat sini, cocok kat sini. Tang sini. Taklah. Produk ni kalau katakan produk, saya lebih suka produk yang saya rasa saya yakin. Tak semestinya mahal, okey. Dalam kemampuan, tapi tak semestinya barang yang kita pakai tu harus mahal lah. Kalau dia dah cantik kan, pakai yang murah-murah pun dia cantik.
Betul. Kalau dia cantik, pakai apa pun cantik Nuriza.
Kalau dah memang gitulah bentuk dia, cocok sana, cocok sini ataupun pakai apa-apa pun tak menjadi.
Itu kalau dah cantik luaran, tapi kalau cantik dalaman, luar cantik dalam buruk pun tak guna. Wasap.
Yes, betul. Itu
beauty lah from within
Ya, di luar dan di dalam mesti nak cantik. Okey. Tapi kalau Aida dengan Rifa'ah perasan kalau kita boleh sebutkan seorang seniwati iaitu Sarimah, kalau masih ingat yang Malaysia
yes.
Dia saya memang puji. Dia nampak keaslian dia daripada muda sampai dia berumur, dia tetap cantik. Betul. Dia boleh nampak yang dia memang pure cantik. Tak semestinya dia nak gunakan bahan-bahan.
Age gracefully lah.
Correct. Yes, itu yang saya kagum dengan dia. Tapi yang lain-lainnya yang kita nampak lah sekarang, apa yang kita nampak ni semua mereka tak tulen. Mereka semua tipu diri sendirilah.
Seperti kakak cakap kan, macam contoh Seniwati Sarimah kan. Tak pernah nampak dia personally, tapi daripada gambar boleh nampak orang dia tu fierce. So you nampak orang dia macam tegas.
Muka dia
tapi walaupun muka dia nampak garang, tapi dia tak nampak bengis, dia nampak stern. Pada lah.
He look confident lah.
Yes, that's the word.
Aura of confidence in her lah.
Macam I lah Aida. Macam I.
Ya. Cantik molek Nurza.
Kan
Terima kasih.
sampai termati video pasal kakak cakap gitu.
Tak baik.
But then you know like kita pun tahu kan now latest people willing to spend millions.
Yes.
to
Oh
take
yeah.
Millions.
kan.
Just to look beautiful.
But that's the thing. Okay. So that particular person yang spend millions to just look beautiful, tapi dia pun tak tulen.
Alamak, ya betul-betul. Okay, tapi seriously kalau you perasan orang-orang yang bikin macam katalah surgery tadi ataupun diorang buat muka diorang putih, kadang-kadang kalau you perasan you perhatikan diorangnya muka putih tapi bagian bawah leher berkedut. Macam penanggal tau. Dia macam kepala dia kalau cabut aja dah jadi penanggal lah.
Betul.
Dia macam tak rata. Jadi itu daripada itu kita tahu yang orang-orang macam gini mereka ni semua tak asli, tak tulen.
Asal warna makeup ni berapa inci dah tebal gitu sih. So when dia tebal, bila colet alamak tangannya pun ada.
Yes, betul.
Pasal benda-benda yang macam kita cakapkan ni semua tu ada, jadi dia macam okay, tak kisahlah lelaki ke perempuan, bila kita tengok seseorang yang handsome atau cantik, kita kata handsome dia ni Habis katalah kita betul-betul suka, dan itu kita nak kenal-kenal. Sekali bila dah dapat tahu hakikat sebenar, na'udzubillah. Jadi macam oh my god. Jadi macam okay, contohlah macam yang 2 million tu kan. Kau dah cantik macam mana pun orang tahu yang kau tu tak tulis.
Betul. I mean tak boleh lari daripada fitrah dia lah.
Tak boleh lah. Jadi macam it's back to the point yang macam mana kau ubah pasal dia tetap dalam kan. Pada lah. Sebab tu mungkin a bit bias pasal dah memang kepala otak ni dah set yang benda tu actually kalau kau confident kau macam mana contoh macam kakak semua tak tengok bola okay, tahu Sadio Mane tak?
Tak tahu.
Sadio Mane okay tak. Okay. Macam Rihanna penyanyi.
Rihanna
okay, I'm not sure Rihanna ada buat muka ke tak buat, I don't know. Tapi obviously dia bukan cantik macam macam Mak Saleh punya perempuan-perempuan yang putih kan. Dia kan kira Caribbean people, rambut ikal mayang, kulit kira gelap, tan kan. Tapi tetap dia
you're talking about Rihanna yang umbrella tu
saya umbrella. So contoh macam kita. Tapi again I'm not sure if dia ubah ke tak, dia plastic surgery ke tak. Tapi obviously macam okay lah. This what you see is what you get kind of stuff Jadi kalau macam orang jadi sebab tu, tapi back to macam yang tadi macam that Malaysian punya, boleh dikatakan I'm not sure exactly how's the demographic and the numbers are, but obviously all those beauty product is very popular in Malaysia and people buy it pasal orang-orang, macam mana kita tahu people buy it? Pasal orang-orang yang buat semua jadi millionaire, betul? Okay, this one maybe I can quote some names siapa, Datuk Vida, Alif Shukri, they are obviously diorang semua millionaires lah. So that shows that orang Malaysia beli. Tapi that's the thing macam those are natural beauty punya products. Dia tak go under the knife. So obviously it does have an impact in the community. Okay. Talking about that, I think kakak, you know someone that actually Kak Aida know someone yang diorang they have spa, is it you saying?
Oh yeah. Maybe our next I do have a friend now who actually have a spa in Malaysia. I mean KL itself. So they really but I think spa is totally different when you jaga penjagaan your skincare. I mean skincare is totally different from makeup ke ataupun different from going under the knife. Because this is you have to maintain your skin, right? I mean if your skin is good, you don't have to wear makeup pun apa.
Yeah, true.
You already have that glow in your skin. So like I mean you have to maintain your skin.
So kalau kakak cakap tadi macam the glow. So kalau kita betul-betul jaga makan, kita always go spa, muka kita boleh ada that macam macam glow lah.
Right. So that's the makanan. And you must take a proper health supplement. you must really take care of yourself. That's where actually, like you said, the beauty from inner beauty lah.
Okay.
Yeah, dia nampak lah. Dia nampak lah.
Dia
Kita
ada dia punya steps and macam what to do and what not to do lah. Obviously,
Yes.
sleeping well is one of them lah. Ni if talking.
Oh yeah, you have to sleep. Correct. I mean, like
Tidur pun nak cukup.
timing
Minum air banyak-banyak. All these basic things lah. Itulah,
But the thing is like, okay, you say like plastic surgery. Definitely dalam Islam, if just for beauty purposes, it's not allowable. Mana boleh, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Tak boleh terus. Memang tak boleh terus lah.
Okay,
But
jadi,
what about if you do injection to your skin? For example, like collagen now, you what do you call that, micro needling, something like that. But you to boost your skin, then you have it's not botox, but it's something that you inject into your skin to make it more radiant.
Okay.
Is it allowable?
that's why I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe in the future we will try to engage an ustaz atau ustazah to us on the so-called Islamic perspective. I mean, obviously kalau tanya lah by basic lah kan, basic kind of understanding, obviously kita tak boleh ubah apa yang kita and of course terima seadanya. So like example, simple lah, like katalah macam tiba-tiba ada cala. Ni apa nak? Okay, this one I ever asked before. My arwah dad. Kita belajar pasal pakai emas. Lelaki tak boleh pakai emas. Okay, ni so maybe kalau ustaz-ustaz kat sana terdengar, kalau salah maybe boleh betulkan. So one of the time yang kita dibolehkan pakai emas, kalau kita punya hidung terpotong waktu perang, kita boleh buat emas.
Correct.
So they kind of, tapi bila terdengar macam gitu, tu dah mati, adakah itu plastic surgery? Tapi my dad cakap tak. Because there's a reason behind it, which I lupa apa lah. So maybe kalau kita panggil ustaz, we can get more pencerahan about benda-benda gini semua. Okay, so kita
also get, aside from you lah, maybe can get a guy punya perspective of what they think women look with or without makeup, which is preferable.
Yes. I mean, that's why macam hari ni kira overpowered sikit lah kan. Two versus one lah kan. Tapi kalau nak cakap dari segi, even macam kalau kita nak cakap dari segi macam as a guy or as a girl, okay, let's say macam from a guy perspective, lelaki perempuan mana yang lagi cantik, but I think it's still preference lah. It still depends on ni punya pengamatan saya. It depends on kita punya mak. Selalunya. Kita punya mak macam kita dah biasa grow up with what kind of woman. This is what I noticed from my friends semua. So kalau let's say family dia, mak dia rugged, adik-beradik perempuan dia rugged, then he naturally will incline to woman who's rugged. Pasal all his life dia dah biasa dengan perempuan independent. Kalau perempuan clingy dia rimas. Tapi kalau mak dia dengan adik perempuan dia atau kakak dia clingy, maybe he would prefer a clingy woman. Maybe lah. So
kira family background pun penting jugalah
Ya, pasal kita dah terbiasa. Terbiasa.
Yalah.
Simple lah.
Kita dah macam itu.
Tapi again this is yang pendapat lah. So maybe kalau kita boleh panggil
it's true lah, because I have a friend actually, a friend of mine actually the husband always preferred her with makeup throughout.
Kat rumah pun?
Yes.
Wow.
That mean the husband, I don't know, according to husband, that she want the wife to look good. So if without makeup tak lawa sangat. So dia
kan, kesiannya.
I think kalau I sebagai
good looking.
Ya, kalau I sebagai isteri dia, I akan rasa aku ni tak, aku tak lawa lah, sebab tu my husband I always look good.
Right.
Tak ada original beauty lah macam gitu.
Then maybe when waktu berkenalan tu is the husband might have been seeing the wife throughout with makeup maybe. So maybe like that this story where actually not sorry lah, yang Korean ke Taiwan punya yang video tu about this woman.
Okay, I sure.
The whole family tu
that's cute, right?
Okay.
I show the photo. Mana foto dia?
they go to courts, for this.
But actually that one is just advertisement, right?
It is, that's why it's actually advertisement aja.
Oh, okay, bukan betul lah.
Kan? Okay, kejap I show you the photo. Then I have the video. When they interviewed the lady actually. Okay, kejap So this is the photo of the woman with the family. Yeah, so tak mana ni. Okay, go. So this is the one. So this photo, I think maybe like 4 tahun, 3-4 years ago, foto ni keluar cerita dia. Actually, this is an advertisement by a cosmetic punya clinic. So orang tapi dia tutup muka anak-anak dia. Actually muka anak dia macam buruk lah. Tapi actually muka anak-anak dia tu pun semua is edited. Okay, I show the video. Wait, I have the video. They actually interviewed this person about salah. So what happened was after this advertisement keluar, orang ingat betul-betul yang dia ni tak cantik. Orang ingat mati-mati. So she lost jobs because of that advertisement.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I play This is the model.
The lady lah.
Yep.
Oh. She's pretty.
Kan?
Yeah.
Kan?
She's naturally pretty. Yeah. Kesian.
Kan?
Ya, kesian
But the thing is nowadays, you can't really tell whether the girl is originally pretty or makeup or she did something to her face.
Yep, exactly. So tu yang pada macam it's very it's cheating. Macam menipu lah kan.
But I read through actually plastic surgery ni it comes from the starting lah. The starting point is Korea lah. I don't know lah. That is what I read lah. Dia daripada Korea asalnya. People start to like love to do surgery or maybe suka lah buat surgery daripada Korea. But I don't know how true it is.
Okay, actually plastic surgery is 60s dah ada kak.
Oh, okay.
So that's the thing macam if kita, let's say kalau macam kakak read up about plastic surgery ataupun cosmetic surgery lah they call it. During 60s, 70s actually dah ramai orang buat, but it is not a culture yet. It is more for orang kaya lah kind of stuff lah. You know macam you can read up on the internet. There are a lot of information about the evolution of plastic surgery and all this stuff. Tapi obviously macam throughout the century, people have, I mean jangan cakap throughout the century even to a point kalau you really read centuries after centuries, orang selalu particularkan about beauty care. You know, contoh macam kalau dekat Jawa ada mandi lulur and all this stuff kan. Tapi suddenly like maybe the past 20 years, suddenly this plastic surgery meletup, like just the industry boom.
I think it's because of those celebrities lah yang make it more You know,
Yeah.
because I want to look like that. I want to look like this singer ke, I want to look like this K-pop punya penyanyi ke.
Tapi An pernah terbaca tak satu artikel ni, perempuan ni dia buat plastic surgery just to be like Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was from
Yang dia really make sampai beribu-ribu dia habis just
No,
to look
that-
like her.
Yang this case bukan satu je kak. There are individuals who is diorang buat plastic surgery not only on the face but the whole body to look like Superman, to look like Ken, Barbie and Ken.
oh yeah.
Then there's also this guy who wants to look like this Korean punya K-pop punya artist.
Yeah.
So is obviously those if I can say it's a bit extreme lah, you know.
Yeah.
Tapi again lah macam that's why kalau nak cakap dari segi apa yang kita perbualkan tadi, so dia tak akan puas lah kan, pasal dah buat ni nak buat tu, nak buat ni nak buat tu. So then the problem is actually it's not physically, it's actually inward lah, kita punya character ataupun kita punya self confidence lah. That's what I feel lah. Again lah macam some people might disagree with me lah kan. But again that's why we are having this topic about talking, you know, talking about beauty and also pasal we know that this is not only Melayu lelaki je. This is lelaki dan wanita kan. Some guys also very particular kan.
But sorry, not only because like you mentioned plastic surgery may not be only on the face. Sometimes they remove some part of the bones ke.
Yep.
So because of health.
Yep. Yang health
For example,
tu,
they are a bit big size, so the doctor advised them to, you know, kuruskan badan and because of that.
Yep.
Or maybe they remove the fats, they cut off and to remove the fats just
Okay,
to.
macam one of the, I know this surgery is quite popular. Okay, this one is they call it orang kecilkan perut. Currently, okay, so I don't know whether this is considered as cosmetic surgery ataupun it's just a normal surgery. Tapi I know that a few of my friends have already done that. You know, to potong perut, kecilkan dia punya. I mean that's like tak tahu kecilkan which part of the perut so that diorang tak makan lebih so they can lose weight. So there's also this kind of surgery where so that's why I don't know whether is it a cosmetic surgery or not. But at first when I heard this, I was a bit negative lah. Now I was a bit negative because I felt macam you can exercise what, and you can take all the health supplement and blah 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 what. But after I hear explanation from my friends, then I was like, oh yeah lah, it makes sense lah. You know, because some of them dorang punya health ataupun dorang punya weight kind of like affecting dorang punya health and it's quite dangerous. So that's why they chose. The doctor advised them to do that. So padahal macam okay lah, that makes sense lah. That one makes sense. But of course, if you're talking about macam nak jadi Ken lah, nak jadi Angelina Jolie lah, you know, like it's obviously
extreme lah to say
yang sakit kat dalam kan.
Pocket pun sakit juga, pocket pun sakit juga.
Oh, obviously lah.
Yeah, betul. And it's not cheap,
Yeah.
Beribu-ribu,
I mean, okay, so maybe we are inviting your friend next week kan?
The guest, yeah.
The guest. So maybe inshallah next week we can try to talk to them and ask them how much they charge. So is it worth and so like example what the
maybe the trending is it?
The what?
What is the trending?
What's the trending treatment? How much and all this stuff? You know, so that people can have alternative and from there maybe maybe people will try to think because macam Kak Anu cakap tadi it's very expensive what. And so maybe
it's not true.
so maybe okay dah pukul 9 lah. Okay, jadi alhamdulillah we covered quite a few topic. We have quite a lot of angles lah for those who are watching, kalau korang ada any question atau you guys have any opinion, please do leave down a comment and everything. Help to like and share. This is our first video. We hope you guys can keep on join us, tune in to our live session every Friday 8 p.m. at Naturesville TV. So inshallah next week we're gonna have a guest speaker invited from KL, but of course we're gonna do it via Zoom. So before we end, Kak No, Kak Aida, anything to wrap up?
Okay, daripada saya, Iza, okay, I'm sorry, in the beginning tadi ada sikit hiccup from my side. So, insyaAllah nanti next week, kita akan baiki video dengan lebih baik lagi lah. Dan kita ada topik-topik menarik yang kita akan kongsi untuk kesihatan kita bersama. Dan juga pada saya, jangan terlalu pentingkan kecantikan sampai kita lupa pada kesihatan. Itu yang penting lah. Aida, your turn.
Salah, for me, I think we did cover a lot on beauty, on what is happening now. I think it's like woman to woman kind of talk also lah. So from here we can, we can take it as nasihat or advice, and if people outside there think it is not what they think. I mean, they have. I mean, everyone have their own opinion. You can always try to ask. Maybe they want us to cover certain things that is taboo ke, sometimes women, there's a lot of things, right? I mean, so we can always discuss this lah.
Yep. Yes. I mean, ultimately, kalau kakak tanya, I think is from obviously, like from our outer, it give us confidence inner lah. So from inner, kalau luar ada confident, dalam ada confident, then maybe, like we have a better life lah, insyaAllah. Wah, berbual dah macam ahli politik. Okay, jadi insyaAllah kita akan jumpa minggu depan hari Jumaat pukul 8 malam di Naturesville TV, dan rancangan ini ditaja oleh naturesvilletv.sg, syarikat Melayu pertama di Singapura. Tak.
Kau tanya tu.
Sembarang Konon lah. Okay, insyaAllah kita jumpa lagi minggu depan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye-bye.
Waalaikumsalam. Bye-bye.